Okay, welcome guys, welcome back to the channel. We're a bit late because Justin is stuck in traffic, but he will be joining us shortly. So I just gonna start on my own for a bit until he's here. So yeah, we're gonna talk about today's news and about Chiellini and Bonucci, I think, because that's basically the news of today. Wait, I see some spamming in the chat. Let me see. I have no idea what it is. But yeah, we're gonna talk about it. So everybody in the chat, welcome. Again, Justin will be joining shortly. He's just stuck in traffic. Sunny, hello. Let me see. Have I seen the Vlahovic news? Your echo? Is there echo? Is there any echo? Let me know. Let me check if there was some echoing. Let me know in the chat if I'm echoing, because it should be okay. No echo, thanks. So yeah, I saw the first question that was from Clutch. You go from Juve 1 and added time to draw. That's great. I've not watched that game. I'm not gonna lie. I don't have time to watch that game, but great for them. So I saw a comment about the Vlahovic news. Usman is saying I'm getting echoes. I checked and there shouldn't be any echoes. Maybe close it down and open it up again. It should be just fine. But okay, thanks. All good now. But the Vlahovic news. So basically it's Di Marzio. Again, I was very busy today. I didn't find the Di Marzio quotes straight from Di Marzio. I saw circulating on Twitter from a very strange account. Never heard about that account. But me, I personally have not seen Di Marzio say those words exactly. So if anyone has the article or something like that, just send me the article and I will read it. But I didn't have time to watch Sky or even check Di Marzio's articles today. So basically the news was that Vlahovic and his agent are not even picking up the phone when Arsenal is calling, which maybe that's possible, but that would be very strange for Di Marzio to break that news. Like, it would be very strange that news gets leaked at this moment in time. It doesn't make sense. So that's why I'm basically doubting if the quote is even real, because I've not seen it straight from Di Marzio. So I don't know. I'm not sure. It would be very strange. Like, it would be, I don't say unprofessional. Yeah, it's unprofessional. Like, if you don't want to join Arsenal, great, but just pick up the phone and tell them you don't want to join them. So, or maybe the flip side is maybe the quote is being taken out of context. And it was like they're not even picking up the phone, and it was like, how do you say that in perfect English? Like a metaphor, like claiming like they're not even interested, they're not gonna think about joining Arsenal. Maybe the quote was just translated very badly. That can happen, because if it comes from Italian, that happens many times and it gets lost in translation, stuff like that. Yeah. Justin, let's put it in. Again, I've not seen the quote straight from Di Marzio, so I need to read it from Di Marzio, or I need him seeing it, or I need Di Marzio hearing. I need to hear it straight from Di Marzio, basically. Otherwise, it's very strange, because it's very unprofessional if that happened. Like, you're the manager, or even as a player, you pick up the phone and you tell them, stop calling us, we're not interested. So that's what you can do. Like, literally not picking up the phone. I think that sounds like a fake quote. Romanov is saying, it's Arsenal, I can understand that. Yeah, I mean, again, Locatelli, there was an offer from Arsenal. They were pushing, like, they agreed everything with Sassuolo, but Locatelli just said no. Like, that's the way to go about it. Not picking up the phone is very strange. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. It seems like a made-up quote or a made-up story. So yeah, that's it. Let me see in the chat. Because I saw a comment. Stephanie is saying I wouldn't pick up the phone either, lol. Yeah, I mean, fair, but like you should be saying like no. Timothy is saying send Sandro with them, buy 2, get 1 free deal, 1 for free. Yeah, Sandro slander. Again, because I saw a discussion in the comments under one of our videos. It was basically about Sandro, Pellegrini, and somehow Danilo and Cancelo came up. I'm not going to talk about Danilo and Cancelo now, but just on Sandro, I think we all agree we should have moved on from Alexandro in 2018. Maybe not 70, say 2018 at the very least. We didn't. We gave him a new deal. He's on a lot of money. He's not going anywhere. Like, he's not. And I also understand basically fans wanting to see Pellegrini because they want to see something different, but Pellegrini is not it's not the answer. Like, he's not the answer at all. Like I said it many times before, he has a very good cross on him, but defensively he's worse than Sandro. He makes so many fouls and so many, like, his situation football is not good enough. And again, I'm not saying Sandro is great because we should move on from Sandro, but Pellegrini is not the answer. He isn't. Like, he will give you a bit of, how do you say it, like fresh air through games, and then you will agree with me. I find it very strange that people rate Pellegrini. I don't know where that's coming from. Just leave Sandro out of it. Just purely watching Pellegrini play before he joined us. Like, I don't see where the confidence is building. Like, for people to think he can start for us, like game in, game out. Again, I'm not saying Alexandro is like a world beater. I'm not saying that. Also, because I forgot to say that many times, everybody who's becoming a member, you get 1 free super chat every month. So if you have something urgent to say, because we miss some chats because it's not easy to keep up with the chat, just put in your free super chat because basically you got them for free. So yeah, basically the title of the news is cleaning house. So the news, so I woke up today and I always do, I read the newspapers, the Italian newspapers, and they were basically saying Ramsey could leave, like Ramsey is leaving in January. But the article on his own didn't make sense to me. Like, it started with he's leaving for sure. Then it went from he could leave for a fee. And then 3 sentences later, it was he can terminate his contract. And then the last sentence was, but many teams are scared to take on his wage, even if he was a free agent. So it didn't make sense. Like, the article on its own, it didn't make sense. So we just put it out on the Twitter account that he could terminate his contract. And then basically Romeo came out and said, like, it's all bullshit. There are no... Yeah, I mean, I see spamming. Wait, let me see. Gonna fix it. He's in a timeout. So yeah, so Romeo came out and he said basically that there are no talks with Ramsey, with his agent or with Ramsey, to terminate this deal, or about any possible offer being made at the moment, but the willingness is to move on in January. Again, it's not easy according to Romeo, and I agree. Like, let's be real. I said it many times before. Again, so just basically look at from Ramsey's perspective, not from our perspective, because we all know he's not good enough, he's on too much money, we should get rid of him. Now look at Ramsey's perspective. He has a deal, like he's on almost 10 million euros net a season. Why would he say to the club, yeah, just rip up my contract, I don't need any payout, I'm moving to Newcastle for 6 million, or I'm moving to Everton for 5 million. Like, why would he do that? Like, it doesn't make sense. Playing, like, he's never fit. Like, I think he realized that over the course of a season, he's not playing much anyway. Like, does it really hurt him to basically sit out a season on the bench at this stage of his career when he's on big money? Like, if I were him, I would say, I'm not gonna lie, moving from Torino to go and live in Newcastle. Like, why? Like, nothing against people living in Newcastle, but like, it's night and day. Like, you're staying in Torino on more money than going to Newcastle, playing for lesser money, when you know you're very injury prone and you're not gonna play that much either way. So the contract termination, I will be shocked, because the reports are basically saying he doesn't even want to pay out. Like, if he does that, great. I will respect him for basically saying, I don't want to pay out, because as a player, you have the right to take your money, because the club offered you the money. You as a player have the right on that money. Injury prone or not, you signed the deal, the club should pay you. That's how it works. So if he comes out and says, I'm leaving, I don't need any money, well, I will respect that. Because not many players do that. Like Khedira, he he sat out. He wanted his money. He sat out. And again, I said it at the time, we didn't have the channel. Everybody was hating on Khedira, but the club gave him that contract. Like, why would he say, yeah, just bin me, just rip up my contract, I don't need any money, I don't know, I'm not saying living on the street, but like club-wise, I will look around. That's not how it works. Like, the club gave him the 10 million euro deal at Ramsey. Ramsey signed a deal. He has right on that money. Like, it's his right to claim that money. It's the club's fault. So that's why I don't believe those stories. And basically, Romeo just came out quickly because the reports were basically picking up steam. And to me, it didn't make sense the moment I read him in the morning. And then Romeo basically said it's fake. Or not fake, but at the moment, it's not true. So that's that. Marco saying, if Ramsey goes, could Van de Beek be a straight replacement, assuming he wants to leave Man U? I think you already made that comment a month ago, no, Marco? But basically, today's news is saying we're not even in for Van de Beek. I don't think he's an Allegri. I don't think Allegri rates him. And also, it needs to be seen what's going to happen with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Like, Ole doesn't rate Van de Beek, but is he gonna stay in a job for a long time? He should be sacked. At Man U, he's still in charge. So as long as he is in charge, Van de Beek is not playing. But if he gets sacked, the Van de Beek situation at Man U can change really quickly, because he's better than McTominay and Fred. So it depends. But at the moment, we're not in the race to sign Van de Beek. Like, not at all. So it is what it is. Usman saying, that's why I said we should have left Ramsey in the cold. Honestly, the guy thinks he's world class, and sometimes players will refuse to look at the reality. Sometimes it's painful. It's too painful for them. Yeah, I agree. Like, but then again, he's on 10 million euros. Like, why? Like, let's be real. Why would a player that's on 10 million euros playing at a good team, like a big team? Okay, at the moment we are not acting like a big club, living in a great city. Like, it's nice to live in Torino. Why would he say to the club, rip up my deal and we'll go play for Everton or I don't know who on lesser money, instead of just riding out his contract until 23. Again, the next player is Rabiot, because the reports are saying, wait. So the reports said Juve are looking to move on Rabiot basically in January. And then the reports went on to say, but he only wants to leave for a big club. Real Madrid is a possibility. Like from good news, it ends to it's a shit report. Like, Rabiot is not going to Real Madrid. Like, why would Real Madrid take Rabiot? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, he's not even good enough for us. Why would Real Madrid take him on? And that's what I said 2 days ago. Rabiot has a deal until 23. In my opinion, he's just gonna stay, because I said it. He's not going to leave to play for Newcastle. He's not doing that. Like, he wants a big club, and that's what the reporters are saying. But he's not going to from Juve to Real Madrid or even Barcelona. Again, Barcelona are not good at the moment, but just the stature of the club. Like, Man U, those teams are not going for Rabiot. They're not, and that's why I said we will be stuck with Rabiot until the end of his contract, and that's 23. Again, he's on big money. Allegri will play him even next season. He will do that. Why would he leave? Like, it's 1 year and a half. He will get picked for the national team because Deschamps loves him. Like, he plays him every position, even at left back during the Euros when he was getting cooked, and Deschamps just kept him on left back, at left back. So for Rabiot, it doesn't like really matter. Like 1 year and a half, he will ride it out, and then he will sign on a free, maybe with a smaller club. But he's not going to move from Juve to Newcastle. Like, that's not going to happen with Rabiot. I will be shocked. Philip spam in the chat. I'll put you one more time out, and then I will basically block you for this live. Out of 10, what would you rate Van de Beek out? So, I would say, like, as a player, I'm not the biggest Van de Beek fan. I think he's a good player, but I think he's a bit overhyped by many fans. I will give him 6.5, 7. I know Julian likes him. He will probably give him an 8. But yeah. Hanin is saying reports know what the fans want to hear. Yeah, that's true. They know. And they basically play on our emotions. Like, some of the reports don't make sense. Like I said, the Ramsey report this morning, I was reading it. It was the first basically article I opened in the morning in the newspaper, and it didn't make sense from the moment I read it. And then Romeo basically came out and dismissed everything. Like, it is what it is. Mo saying Real Madrid are not tolerant with mediocrity the same way we are. Yeah, I think the standards are even higher at Madrid. Like, the fans booed Ronaldo, like their best ever player. They booed him. So like, imagine Rabiot playing at the Bernabeu for Real Madrid, and he needs to basically play that final pass for Benzema, and he overhits it with 10 miles. Like, he overhits it and he goes into the stands. Like, he gets booed from the first second that happens. That's not going to happen. Like, why would they do? Like, look at the Madrid myth, and they got Camavinga, and they are looking at their like Tchouaméni. Why would he go for Rabiot on that money, on that wage? It doesn't make sense. So the report is basically, I do believe the club wants to move him on, but Real Madrid, no, that's not an option. Like, it is not. Also, for all the members, there are new emojis, so you can use new emojis. Let me know if they work. You can look them up by typing BZ emoji. So yeah, Marino saying, according to Sky, it's possible for Juve to get Vlahovic in the winter. I don't believe that for one bit. I said it yesterday. It doesn't make sense. Like, Fiorentina are not going to sell Vlahovic this winter. They're not. I see Andrew using the emojis, but there should be new ones, like the Chiesa, the Delic one, the Allegri one. Oh yeah, I see Hanin using them. Thanks. Oh, Justin is joining. I'm gonna add Justin to the... I'm gonna add Justin. Give me 1 second, people. Copy. I cannot hear Justin. Let me check. Give me one second, guys. I'm gonna add Justin. So yeah, that's why I don't think that's possible for Rabiot to leave for Real Madrid. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, the standards are so high at Madrid. I don't even know who wrote that report, which journalist. But that's like basically, that's taking the piss out of us. I'm not gonna lie. I can hear you, Justin. Can you hear me? Wait, I'm gonna add Justin now. So yeah, that's the reports. Andres saying, where are you from? I'm from Belgium. So yeah. Stephanie saying, Ali, do you think for Ramsey will be a contract termination? That's embarrassing. I don't like, that will be the best case scenario if we don't need to pay him either. But I don't see him giving up that type of money. Like, why would he do that? Like, he's on big money, and he shouldn't be giving up the money because the club basically gave him that money. He has every right to use that money. Wait, can everybody hear Justin? Can you hear me now? Yeah, Justin, you're on the stream. Hello. I will add you. One sec. Let me add Justin. I cannot hear Justin. I'm working on it, people. Joseph saying, I know people forget and are more focused on the midfield, but do you think you should go for a new goalkeeper in the near future? Oh my god, a new goalkeeper. Yeah, we should. Wait, we should go for a new goalkeeper at the end of it. But like now, I can hear you, Justin. We should go for a new goalkeeper. But now, like, we missed on Donnarumma. So I don't like. Is that possible? I don't know if that's even possible. Basically, to get a new goalkeeper at the moment. I think that's very difficult to get a new goalkeeper. You can talk, Justin. It should work now. So I don't know if we should get. Mohamed is saying, I guess you're only responding to the members. No, I'm just, again, the chat goes wild. Like, so we just read what we see. You need to switch Justin over to the left. Yeah, I can do that in a bit, but I just need to work on its sound. Let me see. Give me 1 second, people, because I don't know why it's not working. Wait, Justin, can you hear me? Justin, can you hear me? Why is it not working? Yeah, I can hear you. So yeah, a goalkeeper. Let me see. I think we will end up getting Donnarumma over Chesney if he leaves. It's written in the stars. I think it's done. Like, I don't think we have any chance of getting Donnarumma in the future. Like, PSG are not gonna let him leave. PSG can offer him more wages, everything. It's done. Like, it's not gonna happen anymore in the future. Donnarumma, it's done. He's not gonna leave PSG for Juve. Why would he do that? And also, just money-wise, we cannot compete with PSG. So it's just gonna be. So yeah, I think. So yeah, if the Stars can give us 50 million euros, then it's written. Okay, that's a funny comment. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, it's not gonna happen. Donnarumma is not coming back. So it's done. But yeah, next question. Because I saw something saying, Stephanie saying, I wouldn't. Chesney's doing decent. We need to focus where we are struggling again. Like Chesney had a bad start to the season, like a very bad one. Even last season, towards the end, he struggled. But I think he's like just the coming 2 seasons, he shouldn't be a problem. Like we have bigger problems, so we should focus on the midfield, a striker, left back, right back. That's where the biggest problems are at the moment. So we should be working basically on that. Give me 1 sec. I'm going to try to get Justin in one more time. Oh, I need to. Let me see. Let me see, Justin. Sound is okay. I can hear you. Wait 1 sec, guys. Sorry, in the chat something went wrong, so I'm gonna pull Justin with someone else, something else. So yeah, let me see. Do you think Ravella can come next summer if he keeps performing well, or do you think he needs another year loan? Oh, I think he is ready for the summer. I think he's ready now, but I don't think it's a good idea to bring him in now because he needs to play. I don't think Allegri's gonna play him if you bring him in now. That's my worry. That's my worry. Can you hear me, Justin? Can you hear me, Justin? Hello? Can you hear me, Justin? Okay, I'm gonna pull you in now. 1 sec. I need to test that out. That was my mistake. Was my mistake today. Sorry. It is. No, they cannot hear you. Wait 1 second, guys, in the chat. I'm just getting Justin into it, basically. Oh, it's not even working today. This guy. Regarding selling Betancourt, I leave the release clause of around 50% into his deal will make sure that we will see him play for Juve until the end of his career. Next make me sad. I don't think the 50% will make a lot of a difference at the moment. Just sell him and just pay with Boca Juniors. It doesn't make sense to keep him at this point. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. Just keep him at the club. I don't care if Boca Juniors gets half the money. If they sell Betancourt, he's trash. Sorry, we need to start rebuilding, selling these bad players. Yeah, I agree. That's what I said at the moment. Like just sell him. It's not like, yeah, you need to pay Betancourt. You need to pay him Boca Juniors 10 million euros. If you sell him for 20 mil, just take the little hit and move on. That shouldn't be an excuse to keep average underperforming players at the club. It shouldn't. It doesn't make sense to me. Oh my god, why is everything not working today? Can you still hear me, Justin? I cannot pull you in. For some reason, it's not working. One of you was saying, I don't trust Betancourt and Rabiot anymore. I don't think anyone trusts both of them. And if you do, Please tell me why you trust them, both of those players. After the seasons they have, it doesn't make sense to me if you still trust them. Like, you can trust them for a few minutes and then, oh, it's working now. Give me a sec. So yeah. Oh my god, this is a mess, guys. It's all Justin's fault because he got stuck in traffic. I said it. Yeah, you're just gonna need to listen to me on Skype and just don't look at the screen for today. So yeah, you can talk. Yeah. Keep talking for a sec. I'm gonna check something.
Yeah, Joe. Wait just a second. What is it? It's a. Wait. There you go. It's blood.
You should be good
go,
now.
Joey,
You can
see?
talk. You can talk.
Okay, there. I'm just gonna keep throwing up blood.
Stop doing gang signs on stream, please.
Do you think? Okay, yeah, that's true. That's fair. I think that's kind of an old, dated gang sign. But anyway, yeah. Anyway, guys, as I was saying, you couldn't hear anything that I said. I went on a nice tangent, really breaking down the intricacies of what Juventus can do to really better the situation. But now, what I'm going to tell you is basically just about how I was stuck in traffic. Pretty sure there was some kind of fatality. I'll get a call there probably for work soon, and then I'll be late even more to more stuff in the future because of this. But anyway, now you can finally hear me, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you, Usman, for the shout out earlier about the Juventus, or not Juventus, the UML stuff. I also see that. Let's see. There she is. Well, I forgot Julian's name. Julian's mom is up here in the chat.
Moment, I'm not gonna switch Justin from side. Like, it's gonna be a mess. It's already a mess. I'm not gonna do that for today. Justin is gonna stay on the right for once.
Yeah, Mohammed. Today's been enough of a task to get me even on here right now. Following all that happened, only about 45 minutes later than normal, at least. But anyway, what was the last bit of things you were talking about before I really jumped in and just totally derailed the show for today? Who was the latest player we talked about?
I was talking about. No, people were saying they still think we get Donnarumma in the future, and I said nope, not gonna happen. It's done. You may get his brother when he's 40 years old. You can have him.
Oh, thank you. Thanks. That's exactly what I need. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's killing my dreams. Obviously, I mean, my dream died this summer, and that's when it died. And I'm gonna be upset and I'm gonna be pissy about it for as long as they'll let me. I also see Liximus back in the chat with Football Cinema. We'll see how long it takes for him to be a troll. I guess right away.
How do you know it's him?
Oh, because he changed his name to Football Cinema. He did that a while back.
Be afraid of Savi. Pirlo 2.0. Okay.
Let's see. Usman was asking Ale and Justin, I have a question. If Matthias de Ligt is unhappy, should we cash in on him now?
He's not unhappy.
Yeah.
And if no, he's not unhappy, but if we don't make top four, and I don't think we have like a choice, we will cash on it. Like, not because we want to, because we don't have a choice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty cut and dry when it comes to him. I feel like if you need him, I mean, I also hate. Okay, there was one of the topics I saw at the very beginning, and I had to comment. I think Edgar threw it up there in the chat at the very beginning, saying something along the lines of, "We should sell Chiesa this summer for the money, and then go
Oh,
buy
he
Icardi and
deleted
all
the
these."
comment. He did.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, you called him out.
Good. Oh, sorry, Edgar. Edgar is my guy, but I'm sorry. I see him commenting every day, and it's just to me at this point it's a bad take with the Icardi stuff. And I understand he's a decent player, but the Juventus doesn't need more of a mess right now than what we already have on our hands. I feel like
No.
if you can get a younger option as a decent striker, stick with that. If we're like I said right now, Vlahovic, I couldn't imagine that somebody. Especially right now, what's Icardi done this season? I haven't fact checked myself, to be fair.
He divorced his wife and then married him again in 24 hours. That's what he did. Also, Moment is saying, guys like the video. We're almost 40 people here and only 23 likes. So, like the video, and we can talk about Icardi.
Definitely if you haven't already, like I said, subscribe as always. I appreciate it. We had a nice little boost in new subscribers the last 24 hours or so. So it's been really cool to see a lot of you guys, new faces here. Oh, I guess more read your text. But anyway, the new people that have joined.
No,
anyway.
Home of you was saying, who's Ansu Fati? Never heard of him. I hope he's bantering.
He's bantering. He's bantering with Lixum because Lixum's
You
going
never
in
know.
here. Yeah. They always there's always going to be a little bit of that war that comes in here, and if they're having fun, that's fine. But once it starts getting a little bit too much, you all let me know. If I guess you can do that. Get rid of them.
Sonny,
Sonny,
Sonny's saying Chesney will stay until 24, and I agree. Like, he's not going anywhere. Like, he's on 7 million euros a season. What? Like, he's like he's on 7 million euros a season. That's one. That's the main issue. Like, that's the main thing. Second, he's the starting goalkeeper. Third, there's nobody even how do you say, like there's no competition for him. Like, Perin he's not it. Like, and he's gone. Perin, he's a free agent, so it's done. So that's why I'm saying he's staying. Like, he's staying. Same for Rabiot. He's also staying until the end of his deal. Again, I said Chesney had a bad start to the season, like an awful start. And even towards last season, towards the end, he looked a bit shaky. But, like, he picked it up again. Like, he's not a problem at the moment. He was a problem. He picked it up. Fine. We have bigger issues at the moment.
Yeah, we haven't seen anything from him that's really been more of a regression to what he was at the beginning of the season. And he hasn't been the problem again. And we don't need to. I mean, we can talk about it because we talk about it every bleeping day. But it's the midfield, and that's the problem. Sonny did also make a comment earlier, and I didn't realize he said some kind of fatality with a huge smile because that's how I talk. I can't help it. I'm sorry if I don't know that it was a fatality, but it looked pretty bad. We don't need to talk about it like this, but you know what I'm saying. Yes, I am very sad for the people. Also, at some point when you deal with it on a daily basis, it's just old hat, if that makes sense. So I'm not trying to be callous in the way that I talk about somebody potentially losing their life, obviously. Anyway, let's see. Of course, I guess you have a better option. I'm still trying to catch up with some of what people are saying, and it looks like is Lixon being a problem yet?
No, he's gone. Jako's saying Perin is leaving next year on a free, so we need a goalkeeper because Sonio. So yeah, we're getting a goalkeeper, but we are getting Sirigu or we are getting Concili. Like nobody who's gonna compete. But like, I don't think the second goalkeeper should compete with the first goalkeeper. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, you should be having a number one, and the number two should be decent. Should the number one have an injury, which is very unlikely. Knock on wood. Like, normally a goalkeeper, like, if he misses, it's a bit of time. Like, but he's not gonna miss it, like in normal circumstances. So the second goalkeeper shouldn't be compete. Like, we had Chesney and Buffon. Like, no team has that. Like, that was something. To be honest, it didn't make sense. Like, if you look back to it, like, it's great, But like if you think about it, it didn't make sense. And Buffon said it basically. He left because he thinks he can still play, so he left. So that's why I say it's not a healthy environment, because it's not like midfield options. You can rotate midfielders. Like you're not gonna rotate your goalie every game. Like it's like with NFL, you're not gonna rotate your quarterback. Like that's not what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like he's the guy and he's the main guy. So
yeah, you need to have you want to have a solid backup, but you don't want to have you can't have a superstar, as a backup anywhere. No. It's not gonna last, and they're gonna do like I'm not saying Panine is that, but Panine, there are people that think that they're better like that. They're gonna want to move to another place. Yeah. So you need to have somebody reliable, but nothing. I mean, and also you just can't afford those kind of wages to pay 2 high-level keepers, which is what I learned the hard way this summer overall.
Hanine is saying it would be good to have a homegrown second goalkeeper, and I said it many times before, and people will say who? I think Israel, like that's his name. Uruguayan goalkeeper, like he's playing for the under 23s. He played for the Primavera. I think he can be the second goalkeeper. Like, again, if even the second you can bring him in as third goalkeeper, then you need to bin Pinsolio and you need to bring in Sirigu, and you can just keep him with the first team, and you can see if he can be the next big thing. Because again, you need to test something out, because in 2-3 years you need a new goalie. Like at some point you need to start thinking about it, but at this moment in time, I think like our midfield is awful for so many years. Left back, right back, striker position. I don't think we should be worrying about the goalkeeper at this moment in time.
No, it felt like it. Well, there was a point in time in the early season where it felt like, oh crap, we missed out on a prime opportunity, and we did miss out on a prime opportunity.
Yeah, for sure.
But luckily, with the way things go and they fluctuate, the ebb and flow is back to the good when it comes to the goalkeeper. He hasn't been the liability that he was at the beginning of the season. Now we need to really focus on the other guys, the other pieces. Like I said, you look on the left side, what we're dealing with. I know you all talked earlier about Alexandro, about having no option backing him up, especially with Luca Pellegrini, and then even Alexandro not being what we really want, long term for left back. But you got to look piece by piece. You can't just replace everything with one guy. I guess, have you all talked, because I know a couple people mentioned it, have you gotten to the topic of, I guess, kind of what the news topic of the day was when it comes to, obviously, I did it well, we talked about that. No, did you get to the Zakaria conversation? I saw a couple people bring it up. I don't know if that was in your plans to talk about.
Because I know Hanin loves, he likes Zakaria. I like Zakaria. I think Julian likes Zakaria. Yes. I think he... Like if you can get him on a free, or even in January for, let's say, 5 mil, 6 mil, you should do that. Because I think, again, long term, I don't really think he can be the starter, if you know what I mean. Like he's not, like if people think he's going to be someone like Pogba, Vidal, Marquinhos, he's not. But just at the moment, he's better than what we have. And also,
if we move on,
Zakaria. And if we move on, and we get better players, even coming from the bench, he's better than having Rabiot or Betancourt coming from the bench. And people hate me for this, but I think even better than McKennie coming from the bench. Again, I know not the same position, blah blah blah, but just as a player, like as a package, like again.
Yeah, I think overall he's probably a more reliable long term option. McKennie, we've seen what happens, and that's why I'm still waiting. And I, as much as an American, I don't need to really preface it with that, but in general, I like McKennie. But we've seen what he looked like for the majority of the season. It's just the last 4 or 5 games now that he's looked like a suitable a midfielder. At least he's been a couple times. He's been our best midfielder. But overall, is that sustainable? I am a doubter when it comes to that. And I don't want to doubt it, but I've been proven right too many times in this situation. I do need a timeout real quick. And Sonny brings up a really good point. And I saw this, and I got to give you a lot of credit. And I got to say, they look great. The new member emotes are amazing. Yet somehow, one of the members of our team does not have an emote, burning him. Or whatever you want to say.
I don't have any time. So So
you don't have time to do yourself.
You can make them. If you
Oh,
can.
okay. So that seems like a good out. Is it just using like Photoshop or what is it exactly?
I use
To be
Illustrator.
honest,
So have a go.
Illustrator. Oh, you son of a... So it's just your way of not doing it. Okay, that's fine. Hey, if anybody wants to send me ideas for these emotes, if anybody else knows how to make good ones, just drop in a DM in my Twitter. That's @JustinSofro. We'll make a good one for Alejandro, and he can't say no.
I think we're gonna be. Oh my God, Usman saying. I think we're gonna be free king merchants again. Yeah, like a free agent is great. Like, look, but it should be quality. Like, or just a decent player, if you know what I mean. Like, Romagnoli is not a free agent I want. Cassie would be a free agent I would take, but not on 9 million euros what he's asking for. That's insane. Like, that's. I don't know who's gonna give Cassie 9 million euros a season. I don't know why his agent is asking that. Like, it doesn't make sense. The only thing it makes sense that is he's going to leave on a free and he gets a big signing on bonus and he will just lower his wage and make up for it, basically. But even then, I wouldn't take Cassie on 9 million euros. That's insane. Like, don't do that. But Zakaria, if you bring him in, he will be on max of 3 million euros. That will be a lot. And that's worth it for me. That's a good investment at the moment. Like, looking at the current financial situation of the club and the state of our midfield and what we need. Like, we need to replace De Chilio because he's gone. Perin, you need to replace him. Possibly Bernardeschi, Ramsey, like Morata. You need to replace a lot of players. So Zakaria getting on a free or on a very low transfer fee in January, just pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Just do it.
So you say go ahead, just forget about Tchouaméni then in that situation?
No.
Or okay.
No, because he's a free agent.
Good.
That's on top of Tchouaméni. Like, you don't need to pay him. I mean, you don't need to pay.
Excuse me.
You don't need to pay 40 mil or 50 mil. It's on top of that. But you need to get rid of Ramsey, Rabiot. Excuse me. Also, someone under the live we did, I think yesterday, he called me out, saying he didn't call me out. It should be a shout out because he said I love the show.
Say?
I'm sorry. He said I love the show, but he said I don't agree with my stance on McKennie, that we should sell him. But I said, so long term, McKennie is not good enough. Like, people can say, like I said, he's playing good at the moment, but long term, if you want to basically compete again for the big things, he's not good enough. Like, I don't think anybody's going to debate that. And I said,
no,
I think we can get an offer for him before we get an offer for Rabiot or Betancourt. And at that point, you don't need to say, no, I'm keeping all of them. We're going to say the same. Like, I know it's frustrating, but if you get the money, you need to take it. And then you need to worry about Rabiot and Ramsey or Betancourt after that. Because there are no offers for... Like, there's no interest for those players. There is interest for McKennie. And that's the situation we are in at the moment. We don't have wiggle room. Like, we're not that club at the moment.
Well, and there's a couple little aspects to that you definitely have to take in consideration. I understand why people want McKennie and like what he does. I see guys in the chat saying Justin's angry. Stephanie's saying hello every time you say McKennie's not good. American heart breaks, or Americans' hearts break. And then Muhammad, look at Justin's face when Ollie says McKennie's bad. No. I'm actually thinking about this, and here's the thing. I like McKennie. I'm a reasonable guy. For in some cases I can be. When it comes to Italian players more than American players, I will fight for them. I did it for Bernardeschi when I was not in the right to do it. Let's move on from that. But what I'm talking about is McKennie. You bring up a really good point when it comes to him and what he brings to the table as a midfielder. Like, right now, he has been solid enough in some of the stuff that he's done, creating space, being active, whatever have you. But and then playing his role, as I don't know what do you call this? I don't know what's the term I really want to use. Like, he's an offensive threat, but
Yeah,
it's
he
it's
is.
not even it's not, but it's like I guess I don't know if you really say an attacking mid or if it's more of like
No,
a
no,
D
he's
or
not
like
an attacking mid. Like,
like a C minus. I don't know threat.
like he's
I don't know how yeah.
he's if oh I saw just I saw Jaap's comment. I am planning a trip to the US in the future, so so
Oh
that's
yeah, are you?
so that's the funny part. But I'm not going to Texas, so I'm fine. That's a
I have
joke. He's
family in
not from
Texas.
Texas.
Uh,
Where was
he
McKennie
is from
born? Is he from
McKinney's
Texas? Oh yeah, he is
he's
from
from Dallas.
Texas.
He's from Dallas. Guys, I wrote an article on it over a year ago. Go check it out. Not that it matters, but I was really proud of it. Anyway,
Probably
yeah,
fine.
he's from Dallas. He's from Dallas, Texas, but
He
that's
is.
I have family in Dallas in that area. I think he played for FC whatever Dallas or whatever for like a very short time for their like youth whatever thing before he moved out. But like, no offense, I promise you guys, you can go to Texas of all states and
Nobody
talk
knows
bad
who
about
McKennie is.
McKinney,
Let's be real.
and they will say, "Yeah, boy, what'd you say? Boy, you talk. What kind of foosball you talking about? Only foosball we play down here is the American foosball."
They will ask, does he play linebackers for the Cowboys or?
Exactly. That's exactly what they'll ask. Yeah, it's true. But
So,
yeah,
uh,
I mean, they may know him now though because he is from there. And then he plays for the national team, and the growth for the support of the U.S. men's national team has definitely grown recently. But anyway, what we were saying when we were talking about McKennie though is there's so many little factors. Like you said, he doesn't do enough when you talk about like we need creativity or whatever else we need filling those spots on the ball stuff. As a midfielder, but also the best point that you have though is just we complain each and every day about Juventus not having money to put toward guys or whatever have you, and then you have a guy like McKennie who's fine, who's doing okay lately, but he's not really doing anything that is going to be a game changer. Like you said, you bring up names like Marquisio, Pogba, whoever. He's not Locatelli even, and I know Locatelli has not had the best few games lately, but it's not sustainable long term. Just keeping guys like McKennie.
yeah, and also I'm not saying we're getting Marquisio or Pogba or Vidal type of players, because I said it many times before. That midfield was like it was crazy. Like we not lucky, but like Marquisio was there. Pirlo Pirlo wasn't a free. Like that was insane. He was free. Vidal we bought him for I would say 70 mil with bonuses. Like at the moment 70 mil gives you McKennie. Like that's what you get. What you're getting. You're not getting Vidal. And then we got Pogba on a free, and like that was just we struck gold. Like that's what happened. Raiola basically said, "I have this player here. Do you want him?" And we took him and we developed him. But at the moment, like that's not gonna happen again. So that's why I say you need to take opportunities, free transfers. Like again, if you can get Zakaria on a free, or Witsel on a free, or even in January, both for 5 mil, you take Zakaria. I know Witsel is better at the moment. He's more experienced. He has more experience, but he's older. The smart thing to do is bring in Zakaria, because he will be at the club for many years. If he's not good enough, you can still move him on. He's not on a high wage. You didn't pay a lot of money for him. You will get rid of him if it doesn't work out. But I do believe it will work out. I think he can play Serie A football at a very good level. I like him.
No, I agree. I do too. I like him, and I think, like you said, it's a good option too. Where if if it works out, he's really good, or something like that happens, you could sell him and make money. It's all like, I know people were saying. I think there were a couple comments in there about McKennie about, that's what ends up happening. They don't end up letting him, and they want to end up selling him. But that's also what we would say. I'm not going to do the whole term or whatever. That's the story of Juventus or whatever about selling players or whatever before they even reach their the maximum.
Of the Juve. No.
Yes, I tried to do it without sounding ridiculous, but anyway, like Joe's saying, Joe's saying I say keep McKennie until we replace Rabiot, Bentancur, Bernardeschi.
Like, that's the ideal situation, but at the moment nothing is ideal. Let's imagine this scenario. There's an offer for McKennie in the summer, 25 mil, and no offers for Betancourt, Rabiot, and name it, because that's the situation. That's how the
Hmm.
situation has been for 2 years now. Are you going to say as a club, nah, we just keep McKennie and we're going to stay the same? Like, no,
Yeah.
you just sell McKennie and you improve on McKennie. Again, I know
Hmm.
Rabiot and Betancourt are maybe worse at the moment, but that's a problem. Like, you need to solve one problem at a time. And you cannot keep McKennie because you cannot sell uh, Betancourt or Rabiot. Because on the end of the
Yeah.
day, like, McKennie's not a world beater. Like, it's not like it's not like we're selling Pogba again, like, or Vidal.
Hmm.
Like, it's not that.
Yeah. Also, I think Haneen Shigret brings up a good point. She was saying, would you sell McKinney for the rumored 20 mil?
No, because we take a loss, so it needs to be a bit more.
Yeah, why is that rumor? Who? I mean, I can pull it up. I mean, I can't remember who was floating that rumor out there, but I just felt like 20 mil just feels like you're lost. It doesn't make any sense to sell them for that. Then you're just selling guys to sell guys. Um, I guess.
Yeah, Mo, I saw you comment on a comment. We are bringing on guests. That's almost done.
Mhm.
Uh, we're gonna do that soon. It's almost done.
That was actually my idea first. Anyway, but yeah, that's actually what our plan when we launched the
Like, to be
Bianconeri
honest,
Zone.
it should
Hmm.
have been on in the summer already, but I mean, we just
Yeah.
started and was so much to do, we didn't have the
Hmm.
chance. But it's almost set. It's almost set because we're
Yeah,
gonna
the
do
bringing.
it. We're gonna do it weekly. So it's gonna be, let's say on Thursday, it's gonna be a call-in show, so people can join.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna do it once a month or once every 2 months. We want to do it weekly, so it needs to be set up properly. Not like today
Mhm.
when Justin was half-assing his
Yeah.
way into the stream.
You know what? Yeah, sometimes, yeah, usually it's better if I am hosting because then it's a little bit simpler and less, to do. But
Yeah,
it's my fault. My fault. Work. I gotta pay these bills somehow. But yeah, the idea to bring in guests on our stream is not a new one, and I understand to be innovating, but the idea was my idea from back in like the summer, and that's what we're planning on doing. Or not just my idea, but it was part of my idea of trying to operate this thing like I want to do like a radio show thing, call in where you guys can come in and talk about Juve and talk about Juve frankly, where you can come in and you don't have to be barred from saying certain things or whatever. You say whatever you want. Maybe if you say something attacking us or extremely harmful, then we'll stop you. But you can be frank about when things piss you off about Juventus. Things piss me off about Juventus. Things piss me off about Louisville. I like when people say stuff because there is things that make it difficult when they try to, hush you when you say
yeah,
something bad. But anyway, but yeah, that was the plan. That's literally why the Bianconeri Zone is what it is. It's not just a show about us. It's a show about you guys. It's a show about the Juventus fan community, and that's really what we're trying to develop here. So, yes, we will get that rolling for sure. I mean, but also it's like if you guys want to do it, you let us know. That's why we kind of do the member squad is because the members, you have an investment in what we're doing here, but you also can't be a Lixum. No, and come in here and I get you on, and then you're screaming, yelling about Barcelona or whatever nonsense.
yeah.
We don't need to waste our times with that, and we don't want to waste you guys' time with that as well.
I see most comment. Guys, do you think Chiesa is going to reach his potential with Allegri? I don't recall wingers succeeding with Juve. How can you forget Mandzukic? That's a
Yeah.
joke, by the way. That's a joke. But I think Chiesa will succeed. I think because I saw a comment. I think we answered the comment yesterday. Someone asked, "Do you think Allegri wants Witsel so we can move on to a 4-3-3?" I said I think he's gonna move on to a 4-3-1-2, because he said so many times Chiesa can play as a striker or the second striker, so that's why I think he's gonna move on to that formation in the future. But I think he needs one player, and that's Witsel, and that can be Zakaria. Again, I don't know if he's gonna trust Zakaria, but just investment wise, it would make sense. So that's why I think, yeah, Chiesa will succeed. But at the moment, it's not looking great. Like, not
Did
good. Like, I'm not saying it's done, but at the moment he's a bit struggling. Like, that's a reality.
Yeah. Quick question. This is diverging. Are you hearing my dog barking? Is that happening?
Sometimes, yes.
Okay, he's losing his bleep. I can't even hear him. Like, so you guys are hearing him, but let me make sure this is on the right. Yeah, it's on the right setting, so you shouldn't. But I guess he must just be right over here because I'm in the basement and like there's a window over here down here. He must just be right next to him barking, but I can't hear it because these are soundproof. So I don't even know that he's barking. So I apologize, guys. But yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I think. I mean, I'd hope so. I just don't know how long it'll take before, he fully meshes with the Allegri system as well. Oh no.
Yeah, Stephanie's
Sorry.
saying right now everything pisses me off regarding Juve, and you also live in Florence, so that's not great. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's a great city, but like, because I saw you comment.
Stephanie,
I saw you comment under the video. Yeah, he lives in Florence, and he said something about
she,
Comiso. He basically echoed what we all said. Like, he thinks he owns Man United. Like, he really does. It's insane. I've never seen anything. I've never seen an owner take over a club and do so many weird stuff in a 2-year time span. Not even
yeah.
like watch, imagine Agnelli coming out and saying, "Manu, oh, you stole Pogba." Man, they pay 100 mil. Like, they didn't stole him. Like, we paid 60 mil for Chiesa. What do you want? That was the price you set for him. We paid it. What's the problem? Like, what is even the problem?
Again, I talked about this, but it's such a weird thing to me. The whole, the dynamic and like the way, because I don't feel like this is really, I don't think it's that common in American kind of like sports and like the way management, or maybe I just don't pay attention to it. But again, he's American, and he's the guy doing this, and like, I guess it's just maybe he got into there, maybe he got to Italy and was like, well,
no, he's Italian. He's Italian American. He got a lot of money. He got a lot of free time. But I think someone informed him. He gave him the wrong info when he got Fiorentina. Like, somebody lied to him about their history. That's the only explanation. He's such a weird owner. Like, I know what he's doing. Like, he's playing on the emotions of the fans because they hate Juve. That's great. You come in, you want to, but like, this is business at the end of the day. It's a business. Yeah. We don't like it. I don't like it. But as a club owner, it's a business for you. That's the reality. It is a business, and like, you're a billionaire. How did you become a billionaire and then go on and do that shit like stuff? Oh, Stephanie said I lived in Florence for a while. I misread that, but still, it's the same. You live there. I was right.
Clay, what's up, Clay? We're working on those NFTs. We'll let you know when we drop them.
What the hell is an NFT?
Oh no! Oh god! NFTs, that non-fungible token or whatever thing. Is it not popping off like it is here in America? Around the world? NFTs are like made up things that people like. If you see, I mean, I don't know if you watch a lot of YouTube or whatever. There's YouTube stuff where people, it's like Bitcoin and stuff like that. It's all these like made up things that have value that people can do. We can do a whole show on it. That's just kind of a summation of it. But yeah, it's actually we're not going to do that show, but it is. It has potential down the line, and like everybody's doing their own stuff like that. But Clay, I'll let you know when we get on the Bianconerizone NFT game as it stands right now. And then
wait, Sandy's saying don't forget the Comiso and the coach saga. Gattuso did not coach one game, but that was a weird thing because Gattuso's agent is Jorge Mendes, so Ronaldo's agent, and he wanted to bring in players that basically are from Jorge Mendes, and the club said no. It's a very strange situation because before signing you talk about these things, transfers and stuff like that. So yeah, because everybody was putting the blame on Gattuso, but at the end of the day, like, you talk about these things before you sign a deal, and if not, then that's basically a proof that owning a football club is not something for him, or is basically people that work for him. It's such a strange situation at Fiorentina because they do this thing, like, they create these things. It's not like Juve is coming out and saying it's him coming out and saying Vlahovic is not talking with us. Like who?
Yeah.
Like why the hell will you do that mid-season? It doesn't make sense. But not even mid-season.
No.
It was September. Like it was 4 games in the season.
It's literally saying and doing the most inappropriate things with his players, and obviously, like, Vlahovic is a young kid, but at the same time, like it's so detrimental. It's like he's trying to sabotage his future. Is what it feels like to me.
He gets booed
like,
by his own fans at the moment.
Yeah, it's like, also real quick, Clay, if you're still in here, you better hit that like button. It was at 33 before you came in here. You better hit that like button now. But anyway, when it comes to that, I don't understand why you're trying to ruin, like, especially when I guess you have to realize where you are at Fiorentina, but also, like, you want to ruin your relationship with every single player that comes in and out of here, unless they want to say that they're married to the club and they're staying here for the rest of their life, which is not going to happen. Even at Juventus, it's not going to happen. So it's just ridiculous to see them treat, other players this way. And now you're going to hear babies screaming. Yeah. So I apologize for that too. So you go ahead and I'm going to mute it real quick.
Mohamed with a 2017 again comment saying, remember when Lippi left and came back and took us to another Champions League final? So I'm saying that could also happen with Allegri when he left and now he's back. So that's basically again 2016 comment, but then in a Champions League format. It's not
even further back. Well, to be honest, though.
Wait. People believe in those things, and again, I'm not saying you shouldn't be believing in those things, but like I don't believe in those things. Like we're shit at the moment. We're not good enough. It's not because it happened in the past it's gonna happen now. Like we're not good enough. That's the reality.
Well, but here's the problem: if you hire Allegri, which they did. No, I'm not saying they're doing it right now. And I know, okay, just like you guys know, I'm not positive. I say stuff with a positive sound, at least, even though I'm saying negative. Alejandro is what I call the urinator. But overall, if you hire Allegri, the reason you hire Allegri is to get back there. Am I wrong? Like, no, saying that? That's the reason.
But then...
So, it's not...
Wait, you want to get back there, and then the news comes out, you're going to give Bernardeschi a new deal. And even maybe De Sciglio. Like, what the hell? Like, you're not going to win the Champions League with it. Like, let's be real. Like, look at PSG's squad over the years, and they're not winning the Champions League.
Yeah. Thanks, Clay.
Yeah, Joseph, I'm going to make that emoji soon.
You don't get a positive one. It has to be Julian and myself coming up with this one. Joseph, also, I am stealing that idea, so I'm going to go ahead and register that before you can steal it. The bianconerizonechannel is perfect. That's perfect for an NFT. So that's what we're going to have in the future. But anyway, let's see what else we got here. Again, but like. When we were talking about that with Allegri, though, when you say it in the way that you said it, my question is are you saying that long term that's not reasonable, or it's
right now long term? He signed a 4-year deal for a reason. The rumors were also that he got a bit more of the power in decision making. That's also for a reason. So the club, basically, not the club. This time, Agnelli said it's going to be 4 years, it's going to be a rebuild, and he's the man in charge. So I think that idea is they want to compete again, and they want to make the Champions League final. Now, if you just look at this season, I think they are surprised. I think we are even more behind than everybody thought. Like, even we as fans, we never expected this. I think nobody expected this. So I think they need to go a bit... recheck basically or reset their plans.
Yeah. You definitely have to recalibrate your expectations when it comes to the season. Because, at the beginning of the season, though, we went from, seeing all the stuff that was going on with, Inter and all that. And I was expecting Inter to take a decent dip. And I expected Juventus, you plug in Allegri and you get going. And you were like, And I think my main thought was, well, if Pirlo was able to do this last year with what he had, why couldn't Allegri?
That's fair. That's fair to think. Because I think we all thought the same thing. No, top 4 should be just a given. Like I said it, we're not gonna win the title. I said it at the start of the season, but just an easy top 4 finish should be no problem. And just improvement on the pitch, like mentality wise, But at the moment, everything is worse. We have 6 points less than compared to Pirlo at the same stage, but we only lost 1 game under Pirlo at this moment, and we lost already 4. Did we lose 4? Napoli, Empoli, Verona. Yeah, 4. That's insane.
Yeah. Real quick, I don't think Bone was spamming, but he did have that question. Did we touch on that? He was asking regarding De Ligt rumors of him being unhappy.
I've not seen the rumors. I don't know. Like, I see many people say it. I've not seen any rumors, so it must be from a very bad source.
Well, let's just hypothetically, these rumors are out there. Okay, let's just do a scenario. Hypothetically, they're out there. I don't know. I haven't seen them either, but I've been working and stuff today, and also it's the first day of basketball season, guys. So I'm looking forward to that tonight. It's still gonna break my heart. But he says, could it be possible that Raiola and dang it, sorry, they moved on me. The chat did. Could it be possible that Raiola wants Juve to go for Pogba and give him 15 to 18 mil, else he destabilized De Ligt? Like, you're thinking...
No, like, to keep De Ligt at the club, basically. That's what he's saying. Yeah. That's not going to happen.
Like De Ligt's upset. You better get him somebody who's going to help him.
That's not how it works. Like, that's not how it works. So, no. Yeah. At the moment, De Ligt is not unhappy. I don't know where the reports are coming from. I have no idea, but he's not unhappy. Again, at the end of the season, if we don't make top 4 and he wants to leave, I'm not going to sit here and basically call him out. Because I know people will do that. A trader leaving, blah blah blah. Like, why should he stay? Why should he play Europa League when he's one of the best center backs in the world? Like, he has every right to ask for a transfer if we don't improve, if we don't show signs of improvement. But I mean, it's only November, so let's not think about that.
Do we? I'm just gonna throw it out there. Do we start worrying about Dybala ever signing, since it still hasn't happened? It was supposed to happen I know he's coming in December, and we talked about that today. But do we worry at all about it still being delayed?
On Sunday, he's coming back after the international break. Now it's December, so
right.
I mean, Romeo said it's done, and it's done. I mean, I don't even care at this point. Like, it's been going on for months, like even a year now. Even when Paratici was still at the club, so it's just old news at the moment. Like, if he signs, great. Like, if he's gonna sign a deal, I'm just gonna scroll over it at this point. He signed, great.
Yeah, it's not. I'm not gonna make a big deal of it. It's so tired, but also it just makes me thinking. You know, my mind likes to go conspiracy theory places, but I'm like, is he? You know, is this like it's similar to Dybala or not Dybala, De Ligt situation? He's not. I'm not saying he's the same level as De Ligt, obviously, but what I'm saying is, you know, somebody who thinks of him as like himself as a top tier talent, not playing in Champions League. I don't know. That's where my mind goes.
I don't think he's, because I saw a comment under the video you made, and someone said it's Juve waiting and saying you need to prove yourself. I don't think Juve can play that game when he's on a free transfer. When he can basically sign a pre-contract in 2 months. That Juve has basically no control over that. Like, they cannot play that game at that moment. So I don't know. My theory is journalists have no idea and they're just guessing at this point. I think they're just guessing.
They want to have a story.
Like, they know it's almost agreed and they're just guessing when it's going to be signed. I think that's the real issue. The same for Locatelli with the meetings in the summer. Like, the next day. And then, it's not happening. It's tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, at some point you're going to guess it right. But that was a joke. Because then the Sassuolo CEO came out and he said we only met twice. So he said we were laughing at the reports because everybody was guessing we only met twice. So that's all you need to know.
Yeah, there's just so much nonsense.
I'll be back one second.
Okay. Let me read through some of these chats and what we're doing here. Guys, I'm going to say real quick, I like to plug. So if you haven't already, if you haven't hit the like button, there's 30 something. It's fluctuating between 30 and 40 people here right now. I appreciate everybody who's tuning in. But if you haven't already hit the like button, hey, please hit that freaking like button. This gets to 40 likes and I'll be good and I'll shut up. But anyway, let me hit on some of these. Usman was asking the real question will be asked, has Allegri regressed this Juve squad or improved it? I am inclined to believe the former. So you're saying he's regressed. I don't know if that's the case. I feel like there's truth to the idea that it was a very poor situation when he came in. I mean, it still is, but what does he have to work with? And then also, like, I mean, I don't want to throw. I mean, I do want to throw some negativity on the guy, but I kind of have to. You're gonna have to let me know when you're back because I can't see you. But anyway, Ronaldo. Ronaldo really did kind of torpedo the start of the season, and Chiellini talked about it, and a lot of guys talked about the issues that it was a lot to really, build back up from. So I feel like that it's not fair at this point to say that Allegri has really regressed the squad. I think a little bit it was more of a. I mean, I don't think it's Allegri fully that has regressed it, if that makes sense. Let me see. A couple of you guys responded. Andrew says the lift is fine, like Ali said. It's a matter of getting.
I am taller than the chair. It's just the camera is in a weird perspective. Like, what the hell?
No, Joseph loves trolling us.
I'm not tall. I'm not the tallest, but I'm much taller than the chair. It's just my camera is set up in a weird perspective. I'm gonna block you. I don't care that you're a member at this point.
I'll say he's a member. Let's not block. He was and I'm surprised it took. I mean, I guess I'm not surprised that it was Joe of all people to come over here and roast me that way. But I'm surprised that it took that long for Joe to be the first one last night to comment on me wearing my cardigan sweaters all the time. But I thought somebody would say it. But anyway, let's see what else we got here. Yes, Ronaldo is the goal to good at penalties. Ali, these guys in the chat chatting smack say,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, yep, yeah." He's just joking, guys. We know
what
he's.
What do you say about Ronaldo? Because I see the chat going off. I leave for 1 minute.
Mm-hmm, right. Oh, then I went straight to the to the recycle machine. It's exactly what I did, but it's true. But no, the reason is I think it was Usman who asked the question of if at this point if Allegri regressed or is improving the squad, and he says he believes that he regressed it. And I kind of went to I don't know if that's fully fair to. I mean, I haven't seen the development that I want to see. I don't know if I've seen regression, but what I kind of said was from the beginning. You came in here, he had a lot of issues, but also Ronaldo and even Chiellini commented on it, basically saying that Ronaldo torpedoed the season to start with.
That's fair to say.
Sonny, and then Sonny's responding now saying, I disagree, Justin. Ronaldo was used as an excuse. If Ronaldo leaves, that doesn't imply that we forget how to defend.
Wait.
Go ahead.
No, I agree. I know moments say stop talking about Ronaldo, but like it's relevant.
Yeah, we're talking about the season. We're not just talking about him, and we're not just.
Wait, can people still see me?
Yeah, I can see you. I mean, at least when I look on the video, it's showing me.
The YouTube studio is doing some crazy stuff. But yeah, again, if your top scorer leaves the day, basically 2-3 days before the start of the season, then it can have an effect on you. Like mentally for the team, everything is changing. I agree. Yeah. It shouldn't be excuse for the way we defend, but you plan the season ahead with Ronaldo starting, and then you need to just change it up out of nowhere, and that's not easy for any coach because he's again, you can say about Ronaldo, I don't like him, I don't think he defends, blah blah blah. At the end of the day, he was a very important player for us. He was. Yeah. Like nobody can deny that. He was a very important player for us. And if you take that away, he didn't start the first game in Udinese. He came on, he scored a goal. It got called offside for nothing. Until this day, I have still no idea why they call it offside. It was not offside. But it takes a toll on the team. Like it's only normal because he's the guy that scores 30 plus goals ever since he joined us. So it's only normal. It takes a toll on the team. It's not an excuse. Yeah. It's just a fact, in my opinion.
No, I agree, and I think there's a lot of different little factors, and then also, it was just a crappy time to do it anyway. He knew he wanted to leave, and he literally, I know people say he was commenting on it forever. Well, just make that known and just make it clear that's what's happening. He could have done that at the beginning of the Mercado. It made no sense why he waited. To me, I'm not saying that he went over and beyond to spite Juve, but it feels pretty, I don't know, non-professional to me. Anyway, that's it. My main point was just saying I'm giving Allegri a little bit of wiggle room right now because of that, and that's the way it started. I do want to see though some development. I want to see something. I want to see him get away from the 4-4-2 by the end of the season, or by, I don't know, January, February at least.
Also, Bon, can you put the Tudor comment in the chat? Because I saw it very late last night and I fell asleep. I hit the article, I woke up and I forgot to read it because I was planning to read it. If you can put in the Tudor code in the chat, that would be great, because he said something about Ronaldo that was very relevant, but I forgot to read it. I did.
Yeah. Oh no, and then Sonny, great point, says I accept to use his exit to justify our low offensive output, but our defense and defensive, basically the way they played there. Yeah, I absolutely agree with that part. And we came on here and we literally just roasted Chesney for the first third of the season, it feels like. I agree with that. Usman's asking, had Ronaldo left at a reasonable time, would we have gone in for Zeko?
Will we gone in? Me or the club? Wait, let me see.
The club. I think he means the club.
We have gone in, I know people will hate me for saying this, but last season I wanted Zeko over Morata. Because we were linked to Suarez, Zeko, and Morata came out of nowhere. If I had the choice, I wanted Zeko to play with Ronaldo and not Morata. I know people basically hate me for saying that. Now, this season, yeah, I would have done that. Because I think we overpaid for Keane. Again, I have no problem with Keane, but I don't think he will be anywhere near close enough to be your main striker, and I think we paid too much for him. So, yeah, I would have done that, but I don't think it would have helped us a lot at this moment in time. So there's the comment to the thanks, Anil. Also, thanks, Bon.
Yeah.
With the matter of coaching, I believe I was struggling being the coach of a big club. That's not something you can pose on a player like Ronaldo, for example. I saw Romeo basically clapping that comment. So, did I read that wrong? Because why was Romeo basically clapping that comment? Because for me, it sounds like Tudor is saying Ronaldo's not very coachable. Or he wants to do basically his thing and not follow the coach's plan? Or have I misread that?
I mean, I took it as, I kind of view it more as like I don't want to say a diva, but I kind of took it as that, like, he has to do his thing. You work for Ronaldo's system that he needs to do, not he works in your system. Does that make sense?
Because remember,
that's how I take it.
Julian left a few days ago, and I sent that. I don't know if you watched it. I don't think you watched it. It's basically breaking down how. I know the title of the video is why Ronaldo is a problem for Man U. Again, it's just a clickbait title, but the way they explain what we were saying, like, he doesn't track back. Again, he will score you goals, and that's great, but just like the cohesion of the team, like, you need to be a solid unit, and with him in the team, you will struggle. Again, he will give you the goals, but somebody needs to make up for it, because I think it was like 5%. The pressure he puts on any player was like 5%. That was just bottom of the tier in Europe, and all of Europe, of all the strikers. Like, at some point, you need to put a minimum of shift, and he doesn't do that. And that's not going to work with any coach. You will struggle as a team at some point.
Yeah, it's a lot of what I complained about a lot through last year, even half of the year before, even in 2019 when he was way better. At least he was getting all his goals that season. But yeah, I definitely.
It was Tifo's video, so you saw it. It was the video from Tifo. It was a great video. It was basically what we said, or what everybody has been saying, bar their fans. And it's not a knock on him. It's because of his age. Like, he cannot do that. But it's okay. But he should be accepting. That's why I said last season he should be moving on to the striker position, because he's a striker, but he's playing on the wing as a striker. It doesn't make sense. Like, balance-wise, it doesn't help the team.
Yeah. He means for Verona, everyone sacrificed for the team, and you can't ask that for somebody like Ronaldo, superstar. Yeah, They want to get their point. They want to get their stats. And also, I mean, and I don't want to say I can't blame him, but like he's old now, even though he's in better shape than I am. A lot younger than him, but at the same time, or not a lot yet, I guess. But overall, he just wants to get his stats and get whatever he can get on the way out whenever his career does wrap up.
Because
So
Hanin is saying, he means Verona, everybody sacrificed for the team. You cannot ask that from someone like Ronaldo, from a superstar. Now, I'm not saying they're same superstar-wise, but look at Liverpool. Mane, Salah, Firmino, they do that. Like, they do that. I've never seen anything like that. The way they press, it's insane. And they are, like, Mo Salah is a superstar. He does that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's his wage, but he does that never. Like, it's a rarity if you see Ronaldo press a bit. And I get that it's his wage, but like, yeah, you're a superstar, but the team comes first at the end of the day. At some point, you need to press. You need to help out the team, superstar or not. You need a balance in the squad. Because look at PSG, that's the main example. Like, they have Mbappe, Neymar, Messi, Di Maria, Verratti, they have so many attacking-minded players. Hakimi. Like, there's no balance in that squad. Like, because Tifo did a video on that. Like, and if you see how many space they leave because they are all so attacking-minded players, it's insane. Like, you cannot win. You're not gonna win a Champions League that way. You need to change it up because leave so much space. A decent team, they will just punish you, and not 1-0. Yeah. They will score 2, 3, 4 goals at some point. It will be that bad. You need to find a balance in the squad. You cannot play. Like, you cannot play, oh, he's great, I'm playing it. Like, that's not going to work. Like, Gattuso, he was, on the ball, he was shit. Like, let's be real, he was a shit. On the ball, he was awful. Yeah. But he was basically the balance of Milan. Like, the dirty work he did off the ball, it was insane. Henderson for Liverpool, like, on the ball, it's not, like, he's not the best player. Like, he isn't. But he's so important for the way Liverpool play. You need those type of players or that type of mentality in the squad if you want to.
Yeah, those are.
Yeah,
you have to have your glue guys in those situations. I feel like it's just me also. Like when it comes to, we were just talking about Ronaldo, and that's the last I'll mention of Ronaldo right now. But it's just at this point in his career where he's going to be, and you have to have a way to be able to work with this. And I don't know, like a team like Juventus can't do it. Because you need those guys to do more than just to be, I call him an assassin now. And that's what he's going to be. He'll go to a place, get his goals, and then that's what you're going to have. Or not an assassin, a mercenary. Sorry, assassins means, never mind. He's a mercenary. That's what I meant.
Yeah. I need to say I want to see PSG against Bayern. Yeah. Because that was basically the team I had in mind when I was saying they will score a lot of goals on you. It was Bayern. That will be a great match. Also, thanks for being in the chat because it must be 2 a.m. over there or something.
Right, it is getting.
I think so.
It is getting late here. Where's Hanin? I don't even know.
I forgot, but it's later.
But that's it. Guys,
he didn't play as a 9 because he knew he wouldn't score the same goals in Italy. I think he would. I cannot pronounce your name because it's in Greek. But
that's Spiros.
Okay, Spiros. But I think he would score a shitload of goals as a 9. I think he really does because he wants to receive the ball. I don't want to talk about Ronaldo. Never mind. Just let it go.
Right, and
he's not playing for us. It's done.
No, there's so many little topics to talk about when it comes to him, but I try to stay away from it, but I fall into the pit every time. It's kind of, the channel got started on it during the heat of all that stuff, so it's hard not to fall into it. Mohammed also said, guys, if Vlahovic wants to come to Juve, then there's no need to worry. All these big clubs can bid all they want. As long as Juventus can afford it. I mean, that's the problem.
1:25, so 1 hour later than me. Still, thanks. That's insane. If you need to work in the morning, that's insane. I don't need to work, so I can say a bit longer today. But, yeah. Also, the Vlahovic thing, I think we should worry to a certain point. Vlahovic can say I want Juve, but if, let's say, City comes in and they offer 80 mil and Juve come in and say we offer 60 mil. Like Fiorentina's not gonna sell to us. Like Vlahovic can say no as much as he want. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. But again, if he says I want to join Juve, then we have a big chance. Like we have a big shot on it.
Yeah.
But again, we cannot drag it on like Locatelli, like, because at that point he will, like, it's not an Italian player. He will go City or someone else. Like he will not wait that long.
Mm-hmm.
So it cannot be 30 videos about a meeting in the summer.
Exactly. I don't want to do any more of those. I don't want to do the like try to milk 3 minutes out of Dybala's meetings every single week in and week out again. Don't make me do that. At this point, I'll do it and I'll like it.
Professional.
Right, exactly. So I don't know. Anything else that you really have you want to talk about? I mean, we can talk about later because I was looking. I was like, when does Italy play? They don't play until Friday against Switzerland. So
I think Julian is back. So
he is.
I think he will join tomorrow because I'm not sure if I can if I can make it tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, but we will sort that out tomorrow. But he's back.
Yeah.
Now.
Nice. We can do that. We can have a little fun. And like you said, one of the things we want to bring back, it's been a little bit since we've been able to do it, is getting the three of us together, talk about UV. Also, right now, there's at least, I know there's 2 of you that haven't liked the video yet. Hit that damn like button and get me to 40. Come on. That's all I'm asking. Is that too much to ask? But anyway, yeah, it'll be nice to get all 3 of us talking about what's going on, what our feelings on the Juventus season thus far, and then kind of dive into a little bit more, especially with the coach. But are you anything else that you really want to talk about today? Or are you good to wrap it up here now?
I'm good.
I know you probably need to get to bed.
Yeah.
All right, you want me to do it or you got it?
No, you do it.
Okay, I'll do it. Again, as always, I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in. I apologize again for the way this stream started and all the mess that happened today. It's all my fault. You can blame me, whatever have you. But definitely, thank you to each and every one of you. Please hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that bell icon also to stay notified for all of our videos. Also, if you haven't already, I know we talked about thank you guys. I just see that you all just got us to the 40, so thank you to the 2 people that did
Jokey,
that.
Who came in just to like the video. No, that's not a joke. His name is Jokey. Jockey bro. Thanks for liking.
Jockey bro, to talk about you. When you say jockey bro, is that like Kentucky, like the Derby and all that? Anyway, I appreciate you guys as always. Like she said, follow us on all of our social media. We have it down below. I'm really just on Twitter, but everybody else is on everything. Then also make sure, if you haven't already, consider joining the member squad. Each of these live streams are really brought to you by everybody that you see highlighted in green that have the badges next to their names. We wouldn't really be able to do this without you guys, so I appreciate it. But otherwise, we'll see you guys next time. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri.